My Uniden President HR-2510 radio that I've been using as for CB and 10 meters crapped out. I've been using it since 1994 and it finally gave up the ghost, quit transmitting, just receives now. So I was in the market for a new CB radio. Let's see what I got. It just arrived today. My new Stryker 955 HPC export CB radio from Bell CB in Florida. Let's unbox and see what we got here. It's well packed and protected. There we go. I ordered the peek and tweak and alignment package, and look at that. Inside he's got the numbers from the peek and tweak. Let's see what it says. For AM carrier, it goes from 2 to 20 watts. FM carrier, 1 to 40 watts. Sideband peak to peak, 10 to 80 watts. And peak AM power, 40 to 90 watts. Well, I can't complain about that. Calling card on the other side. Mounting bracket. Programming cord. Microphone. And the rest of your mounting hardware. I am going to briefly go over how to set this up to program the radio using a PC. I have already installed the Stryker software that I downloaded for free off Stryker's website. If you have Windows 10, download and install the Stryker programming software before you ever plug in this cable. If you have Windows 7, you have to download and install the software, and you have to download and install the device driver. Make sure they're both installed before you ever plug the cord in. Once it's installed, then you can plug the cord in the USB spot. And then it will install itself. Once it's installed, you will need to hit, in Windows 10, Windows X, go into Device Manager, and then you need to find this device, it's a USB to serial port, and you've got to pay attention to this number here. It says COM3. It's very important, and this number may change if you have other devices you plug in and unplug on USB. This number could change, so you might always have to check. Make sure that you check COM3. Now you can launch the software. And you have to go into setup, communication port, and make sure this also reads COM3 and click OK. Otherwise it won't read your radio. Next, you'll need to plug the radio into power. I'm using a switching power supply here. Anyway, you want to plug it in the back of the radio, and then you'll plug in to the USB port in the back of the radio. I don't know if you can see that right here. Once you got everything plugged in, then you power on the radio. And the very next thing you want to do for sure is you want to read from the radio. Right there, a little computer icon. Once you've done that, you're going to want to save the setup. And then you give it a name. We'll just call it CB1 for now, and save it. That way, if you make changes and you make a boo-boo, you will be able to restore your radio to what it was. Now, I'm going to set this up the way I want to, and then I will look at the radio and how I've set it up. I now have the radio set up the way I want it. And there's all kinds of things you can customize on this radio. Right now we're on AM. It has a built-in monitor so you can hear yourself talk. Audio. So this is your power meter. It goes from 0 to 100 watts. It's a built-in SWR meter that does not need any calibration of any kind. It's automatically calibrating. So it tells your SWR. And of course here's your S meter, or your signal strength meter. You have our PA, FM, AM, upper sideband and lower sideband. Your clarifier you can set up to be locked or unlocked. Right now I have mine set up for receive and transmit, which would basically be unlocked. So it will change frequencies as I do. You have a fine-tune clarifier and you have a coarse-tune clarifier. You can check out the different bands. I renamed them with the computer. So this is CB. And then I have upper 40, the next band up, and lower 40, the next band down. When you change the bands, you put it back in the center, and then it will just do the channels. One thing I had to reprogram on these channels was it maintains the same numbering scheme between the upper and lower bands. For instance, if you notice, there's a like between channel 3 and channel 4, instead of going up 10 kilohertz, it goes up 20. It skips in the middle, and by default the upper and lower bands do that same kind of skip. And I used the computer, I programmed it so it's 10 kilohertz all the way through 40 up and 40 down. And let's see, as you can see, you go up to the band up here, you can switch it to VFO, and then you can just change it, and your steps are programmable. Down in the 12 meter band, you can go lower, but you can't transmit voice below about 9.3. Alright, let's try some of the other things out here, huh? We got the dimmer, or you can turn it off. You got the high cut, which cuts out interference. You got the noise limiter and noise blanker. If you have it in the noise ANL, it has both noise limiter and noise blanker on. You got your Roger beep, audio, and the Roger beep is programmable. Just by putting it in program there. It's got a built-in echo box. Audio, and you can change the volume and the delay on the echo. So you have options on your echo box to make it fun. I hate echo boxes. I also hate monitor. So we'll turn that off. Audio. That sounds much better. Do we try it on sideband? CQ, audio, check, CQ, audio. Try upper sideband. CQ, audio, check, audio, CQ. FM. Audio. That's enough of FM. Back to AM. Let's see if we can get a radio check. Break. 19 for radio check. Anybody got a copy audio? Radio check audio.
Go ahead, audio, radio check, where you at?
I'm in East Bethel. Where are you at?
I'm sitting here in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. You making the trip just fine? How's this radio doing?
I got you at a 7 and you're loud. So are you base or mobile?
Copy that. Yeah, well, your radio sounds great too.
Are you a base or a mobile?
On base. Yep, range 78, right in here.
Sounds good. Thanks for the comeback.
Take care of yourself now.
Panther clear. And I put my CB handle there. Normally it says the radio's name, but it already has the radio name here, so why would I want it twice? So I put my CB handle in there when I programmed it, and it also is showing the voltage that the radio is taking. You can change the colors. You got red, green, blue. It'll loop where it changes the colors automatically. You got blue. You got green. You got green, blue, which would be aqua. You got red. Hard to see, but great at night, I suppose. You got red, blue. You got red, green, which is what I have it set on, which I guess would be yellow. So there you go. I would say that's about all I can show you on the new CB radio. It's going into mobile now, 73s, and we're going 10.7.